Hi there, and welcome to tip number 5 in my 10 quick tips to improve your photography. And the first 4 were on composition, and now 5, 6, and 7 are going to be on the what and the when in your photograph. And the first one we're going to talk about is golden hour. And remember, if you want all these 10 tips in a free PDF, visit my website, visualverse.thecreationspeaks.com, visualverse.thecreationspeaks.com, and you could download it there. And also on my website is my book, Drawing Near, Meeting God in His Creation. It's a devotional filled with photographs and Bible verses about nature and devotional thoughts to help you draw near to God. So now, looking at golden hour. Golden hour is the time just before sunset and just after sunrise, maybe about an hour or two on both ends, depending on the time of year. In winter, it's going to be a little longer because the sun doesn't get as high in the sky if you live farther north. So, but here, let's take a look at what golden hour does to a photograph as we look at this picture of a photograph I took in the Badlands National Park. And that photograph, you could see how, first off, there's warm colors in the light. Because if you've ever been to the Badlands National Park, it's pretty drab in the middle of the day. But in the morning or in the evening, when the light is really, really warm, it really makes that landscape come alive. And also, besides the warm light, the low sun also makes long shadows, which really pull out the details here and the rocks of the landscape. And the reason for that is because the long shadows are just, the sun's low and it's making those shadows long. And also because the sun is low in the sky, the light has to pass farther through our atmosphere, and the red and orange light on the color spectrum goes farther than the blue and the violet light does, so things have the nice warm glow, which is beneficial in a photograph. So, and also with warm light, it's the early morning and the evening light is good to even photograph things like a statue. As we look at this statue here in this photograph, that low light is of course making the statue's color really appealing, and it's also those shadows are picking out the very details of that statue, making it really pop. And now we'll look at a portrait as well. I like to do my portraits in the morning, in the evening, and here's a portrait of a high school senior who did really well in track, and he's got all his medals, and this photograph is taken in the evening, and you can see how very pleasant the light is, and it's coming. We can control that light better because we can make it come in from the side and only hit what we want and keep it out of the eyes directly, whereas when the sun is overhead in the middle of the day, it doesn't really hit the eyes light and people get more squinty because so it's better to take your portraits in the morning and the evening. Also, here's another photograph, a fall photograph, taken what you could see the sun is in that picture and it's really low in the sky. And what that warm light does, it really makes that yellow and the yellow really pop in this photograph and makes it even warmer. And it's just a really pleasant photograph to look at. And of course, you can see how the shadows are long and the details are being pulled out. So that's what it does. And it's also, if you look at the leaves, they're a bit translucent because the sun is low in the sky and the photo is backlit, and it looks really awesome how it comes through a lot of those leaves. And then also we want to stay out a little later if we're doing sunset. We're out at sunrise right before sunset, because if we stay out after sunset, we get a really awesome sky that happens, 15, 20 minutes after the sun is even down, such as this photograph I took in Loess Hills National Park, National Wildlife Refuge in Missouri. And you can see that sky is just really awesome. But that only stays if you hang out after sunset. Or the opposite is true. If you get out before the sun rises, 15, 20 minutes before the sun rises, the sky also begins to glow, like in this photograph I took of Turquoise Lake in Colorado. So not only do you want to be out in that golden hour, you want to be out before golden hour happens in the morning and after it happens in the evening. So that's it with golden hour. And you can see the importance of getting out early in the morning and staying out in the evening to get those great photographs. It's not only about getting the sun as it rises or sets, but the conditions that sunrise and sunset create that makes that really helps your photography. So don't always watch with that look at that sunrise or sunset. Turn around and see what it's doing. See what that sunset and sunrise are doing in golden hour. So if you want to get all these 10 tips in a PDF, visit my website, visualverse.thecreationspeaks.com, and get that free download with all 10 tips in a PDF. And also, when you're at my website, don't forget about my book, Drawing Near, Meeting God and His Creation. So there you have it. Take care, God bless, and draw near.